All right, we're going to continue with our home page building, and a couple things that I want to mention to you as we get going. We're going to go into editing mode, and so this screencast is going to focus on inserting different kinds of media into your home page, which if your excuse me, if your home page is not a web page and it's some other format, then that's going to look a little different. But if you do have your home page as a web page format, then you would work on inserting things that you want people to see upon landing on your site. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to select the edit page symbol, and that will open up the editing toolbar. There's a few things that are here, and I am going to slide this over just a little bit so you can see everything that's there. So we have the insert button excuse me, I'm sorry, the insert button, which just clicking on it you can see there's a ton of stuff here, and we'll go through some things so you can see those. And the format button. Inserting a table works just like in Docs. Layout. So you have a choice with your home page that is your web page. What layout do you want that landing site to have? And depending on what it is that you want to put in, you'll select accordingly. So right now I have it set for 2-column, and then you want to hit save once you're done. Sorry, not yet. So these particular spots are open for you to insert different things. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to insert an image, and a box is going to pop up. You can see this is the image that I last did this with as an upload. If you have something on your computer that you would like to upload, then you would go with the upload images. Your web address, if you are finding something on the internet, and of course there's a warning there saying be careful, you don't want to use anything that's copyrighted, where that tells you, you can't use it. Okay, so for our purposes today, of course, I am going to copy, and I'm going to go back to, my gosh, I have so many windows open, I have to remember which one it was here. Here we are, the image URL, and you want to paste that, and there it is, and then hit OK. And what's nice is this toolbar will appear. The X would be if you want to get rid of it. There's some buttons to play with. The wrapping text is off, wrapping text and images is on. I want to embed it as its original size, as a large, as a medium, as a small format, and then alignment. So if I want to change it, I can go in and just pop in another link and it will change. So once you're done with that, I think I'm going to go with the medium here to change the size. And then once I hit save, then my picture is embedded. So just a quick bit of trivia, because I can't help but give this to you. So this is Main Street of the Magic Kingdom in Orlando, actually Lake Buena Vista, and the use of a technique called forced perspective is evident here. The buildings that line Main Street, USA are actually larger on the bottom and gradually get smaller on the top to increase the grandeur of that castle at the end of Main Street. So all Main Street, USA stores are 12 feet on the first floor, 10 feet on the second, and 8 feet on the third. The castle is what Walt Disney termed as a weenie. The weenie was a visual landmark that people in the park would be able to kind of know their location based upon where they were in relation to that particular thing. And as other parks have been added, like Magic, or not Magic Kingdom, Epcot with the Spaceship Earth, and Animal Kingdom with the Tree of Life. That weenie tradition has continued. So just a little bit of trivia there, right? You knew I had to do it. Okay, so next thing would be going back into editing mode. So the next thing I want to do is I want to insert a link. And so I'm going to go to this top box here, and I'm going to insert a link. So I'm just going to go to a place where, oops, the site that I had here. So this particular site is the disboards.com, and it is owned and run by one of my friends, Pete Werner. And I'm going to copy the link, and I'm going to go back to the website that I lost myself in. Yes, watch me click here. And then I'm going to insert link. I'm going to go to a web address and paste. Okay. I'm going to also click open this in a new window because I want the main site to still be there. You're still going to see the link to things, and then hit save. And now that becomes a live link that if I click on it will take me to that particular site. So the next thing that I would like to do in editing mode is to show you what else is here. So if you want to insert a table of contents, a subpage listing, a horizontal line to break things up, you want to have gadgets, and gadgets are things that people develop. They write the code for it, they develop it, and they basically have those gadgets available for people to insert into their web pages should they so desire. So there's all kinds of things here. So you're not going to see a whole lot until you click more gadgets, and that opens up the bunch of them. You have to click on public to really see all of them. But oh, did you want to insert your Google Calendar? There's how you do it. You want a Twitter tweet button, then that's how you do it. This is also like if you were to put in Facebook in here, there would be something there available for you, a widget that you would be able to do that with. Not too long ago, I heard someone really expounding the features of Awesome Table, I think it's called. I can't remember quite what the name of it was, but there was one that took spreadsheet information and just automatically formatted it into a table. There's all kinds of things here, and really that's just clicking on things and seeing what they do and deciding if that's for you in your site and what you want your site to be able to do. So I mean, gosh, there's just a ton here, and the thing that it's important to keep in mind with this too is if you desire to do something and put it into your site, to embed it into your site, then Google it. Look for it on YouTube, because if you just type those search terms in, you're going to find someone who knows way more than I do and has a lot more experience than I do. Oh, here it is, Awesome Table with interactive controls. You're going to find anything you need out there. Someone's put it out there, and all you have to do is just put those search terms in, and you're going to find what it is that you want it to do. So you're interested in social media, the calendar, all that stuff. This is where you would find it under that insert more gadgets. So any other text features, things like, you know, your text boxes, your excuse me, the size of your font, the color of your text, the color of maybe a highlighting or a background. Here's another place to insert a link. You're familiar with all of this alignment stuff. So the other thing that I'd like to show you is the HTML and how that works. If you're not familiar, there are some web sites that, you know, that is the code that operates that particular thing. So over the summer, I took a webinar on Animoto and how to do things in Animoto. And Animoto is basically taking video and pictures and things like that and basically embedding it into a presentation. You can upload iTunes music with it and it works together with that, and so you create something that's pretty cool. So I'm noticing that on Animoto they have the embed code here, so I'm going to click on that and they're generating the embed code. So the embed code is really important to click all the way through the whole address, all the way through these little triangle thingies on the end, because you want to make sure that you have all the bits of the code or it won't work. So we're going to go back to home and I'm going to click on HTML, the HTML button. Okay, and then I am going to paste it and then hit update. Okay, so this is really important because as you're adding different gadgets to your pages, once you embed the gadget, if you're in editing mode, you're not going to see it. You're going to see just the features that would, the text wrap and things like that. Or I don't want that one, I'm going to get rid of it. So once you click save, that's when it shows up. And then if I click on it, because I'm no longer in editing mode, it'll work. Okay, so really cool. If you're interested, check out Animoto. It does awesome things. Excuse me. Okay, so that's basically the inserting things and editing in editing mode, the home page. So take some time, think about what do you want on your home page? What do you want people to see? What can you play around inserting with, different things like social media, your Google Calendar, a video that introduces yourself, pictures of kids in your classroom, or pictures of things that are going on in your building, whatever it is that you want to highlight on that home page as a web page. Go ahead and play around with that and see what you come up with.